Hello everyone, this is Laura Cruz with a quick copy critique. The copy that we're looking at today is the newsletter opt-in screen that shows up on the Acid Jazz record label website. First off, to begin, there's a lot of things I like about this. First, it's simple. It's not really clogging up my screen. This really only takes a small portion of the screen. It's also a very clean look. The wording is not too much. The fields are not too many. I only need to give them first, last, name, and email. And finally, it gets to the point. It does what it needs to do. It's a simple form to give your users a way to connect to your website. But I think there's a lot that we can do to improve. The first thing that I'll talk about is just I think there's some duplication that we can remove. I think there's also some terminology that is not very clear. And finally, I think there's something we can do about the general look of the screen. So with that, let's review what we have here. We have the Acid Jazz logo at the top. After that, we have a heading with Acid Jazz newsletter. Then we have a sentence saying, stay in touch with regular news, updates, and special offers. Sign up now. We have 3 fields for first name, last name, and email. They're all required. We have a subscribe button at the bottom, and at the top right we have a close button. Now this is how I think we can improve it. I would keep the Acid Jazz logo at the top and center, making sure that the alt text says Acid Jazz logo, that a screen reader can easily capture this. But I would eliminate the heading underneath. I would focus on that sentence telling the user what this is about. First off is, how often is that newsletter going to arrive? Weekly. So get weekly emails. And if we take a moment to go back to the original, I wanted to note that it's not very clear about what you're getting other than news and special offers. So regular news, which is a very vague term in my opinion, updates, which I think has some overlap with news, and special offers. That one is crystal clear. But I would go further and specify what kind of news and updates you're getting. So in this case, we're saying we're getting artist news, we're getting updates on album releases, and we're still getting those special offers. So really telling the reader what they're going to get if they sign up. That, I think, will entice them even further to go ahead, give you their information, and read those weekly emails when they come in. There's another part of this sentence at the end which says sign up now, and I think there's a little bit of duplication overlap with the subscribe button, so I've chosen to eliminate it from the top, and I've only focused on that subscribe button at the bottom. I've kept the fields the same. I think those are fine. We could probably do a little bit of formatting cleanup there, but for the purposes of a newsletter sign up, that's perfectly fine. And the close button, I've reduced it to an X. Again, this is an area that we would need to make sure that any screen readers can capture, that this is an accepted character across other languages if we're going to make this a localized website. But I think it greatly simplifies the look of the website. You go from something that's a little bit busy, colors that are a little bit disjointed, to something that's more tightly coupled together. And you know what you're getting. You're getting weekly emails with artist news, album releases, and special updates. So that's it. Those are really all the improvements that I would do to this. I hope you enjoyed this quick overview, and if you're interested in working with me or talking more about copy, please feel free to reach out. Thanks a lot. Bye.